What's up, Zer0 Division Members? Anriku here, and today we're going to be discussing and reviewing Plastic Memories Episode 8. I have to tell you guys first and foremost that I teared up in this episode. I started tearing up when the engineer girl, Iru, basically was like smiling at Tsukasa as he ran off looking for Isla and said, hang in there, kid. And that really just brought tears to my eyes because I don't know why. It was just so touching with the music playing. It just felt so right. And then Tsukasa found Isla and she went to hold his hand because the fireworks were so loud. And he grabbed her hand and kept holding it. And he was finally able to confess his love to her. And at first, before the ending credits, I was like, finally, the dude did it. This has been building up since the first time they met in the elevator when Isla was crying, And he was finally able to do so, and it seemed like she might, reciprocate these feelings. But then after the end credits, while Iru and her friend Andy, which is also her former friend Olivia, which I'll get to that in a moment, were watching, he says it, and all she says is, "I can't do this," and she freaks out. Her face gets, bright red. She's blushing, etc., etc. And he's like, "What?" And they're like, "Why not?" And I was like, "Fuck." He confessed. He got the courage to do so at the perfect moment with fireworks blowing up in front of them. And she says, "I can't do this." Obviously, I feel like that will be resolved at some point. I believe this might only be like 12 episodes. I'm not sure, so we only have 4 episodes left. But I feel like she will come to terms and be able to actually fall in love with Tsukasa. I think she wants to, but the problem is she knows her expiration date's coming up, so she doesn't want to form... She's already forming memories with him, and he's forming memories with her, but she doesn't want it to be too strong, I think. You have to give her baby steps. And the problem with that is giving her time and letting her move at baby steps isn't going to work out because her expiration date is nearing ever so closer. Now, I like that she actually asked him, "Am I hurting you, Tsukasa? If not, I don't want to be your partner." And he, hugged her, and he's like, and that's my thumbnail if you see it. He's like, this is hurting me. It's breaking my heart, but no matter what, I want to be your partner forever. And to bring everything together, basically, Eru runs into a former friend that they grew up together. Her name was Olivia. Now it's Andy. She's a giftia. Always used to snuggle her head in their opai. And the whole thing was going to this carnival to maybe see if Andy would gain some memories that Olivia had at one point. Because this is all kind of like reaching into the dark for Tsukasa to see if it's possible. Because if, memories are able to come back to the surface, then maybe he could do the same for Isla once she gets her OS wiped. But nothing happened. No memories came back. That doesn't mean none will come back. We still have some episodes left. And if that is to happen, obviously this is going to be a major exposure for the company that creates Giftias. It's going to expose them in the fact that they might be actually purposely making the expiration date what it is. Like, they're setting the expiration date so they can continue to milk people for money, basically. Because think about it. If there was no expiration date on these Giftias, this company wouldn't be making as much money because they wouldn't have to. The customers wouldn't have to keep purchasing new OSs for the Giftias or purchasing new Giftias and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? So obviously, if they limit the amount of time that the customer has with their product, because essentially that's how they're probably looking at it, the Giftias are products, then they can, always have money coming in. So if that was to happen and if they were to expose the company in doing so, then there might be so much of an outcry among the customers that it might force the company to make the expiration date longer, or just make the expiration date not pretty much be there at all. Maybe they could set, if that's the case and they're forcefully making the expiration date what it is, maybe they can do a new program where it's a monthly fee to have the gift here or something. I don't know. But I have a feeling there's more to this, and if there isn't, then I'll be a little bit disappointed. But at the same time, I understand this is a romance. It's a slice of life, and it's a drama. So if it doesn't come down to the fact that the company is hiding something, I won't be too disappointed, but I will be slightly disappointed. I'm hoping that there's something more going on behind the scenes, and I hope it involves, the company being somewhat corrupt in the fact that they're trying to milk money out of people. That's what I'm hoping. But overall, back to this episode, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very heart-touching. It was really well done. The pacing seems to be off here and there in each episode, but I don't mind. It's an original animated series, and they probably are only doing 12 episodes, so they have to fit everything they want to fit in those 12 episodes. Now, if it's going to be more than 12 episodes, then I really can't make an excuse for the pacing. But overall, it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of the series, and it doesn't take away from the point that the series is trying to make. So overall, really good episode. I have to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Really hit me in the fucking feels a little bit, so that's why I watch this show. Other shows don't really hit me in the feels that much. This one's hitting me in the feels hard, so I'm enjoying that. But what are your thoughts on the episode, guys? Are you happy Tsukasa finally confessed to Isla? Do you think Isla will come around and accept his feelings and reciprocate his feelings? Or do you think she's just going to the very end, try to, keep her emotions in check and whatnot, so it's not very painful at the end? I personally think she's going to come around, and we're going to go through an emotional roller coaster ride in the last couple episodes. But leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so. I would greatly appreciate it. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next review.